Hi, so for my case study, I chose a 6-year-old African-American female, and something to know about her is that she has one brother and one sister, and currently she's being raised by her mom, who is single, because her dad is actually in jail. So that plays a huge role in her behavior, which I'll get to in a few seconds or minutes. She's interested in video games. She says that she likes to play outside. And she said that she likes to read books, even though I know she can't read yet. I bet like her mom or her grandma likes to read to her. The roles that she plays is that she's a daughter and a student, and she is part of the general population, and she doesn't have any diagnosis. But if there's one that I think that she could possibly have, and obviously I'm not diagnosing her, but I think she could have ADHD. And the signs and symptoms of ADHD is the inability to focus. They blurt out answers in class. They fidget in their seat. And she shows all of these signs and symptoms. And because of her inability to focus, as she blurts out, she gets in trouble, which she then throw a temper tantrum and have lots of behavior problems. ADHD is genetic and chronic, but it can be managed through treatment. And for the treatment, it's exercise, group therapy, and social education. Her limitations is that she hasn't mastered her environment, which causes behavior problems, which then causes her poor handwriting skills. So for her, I had to figure out how to treat the main problem, and that was her behavior. Because of the way she acted, because of the way she treated others, it was hard for her just to focus on handwriting. Other limitations was her inability to listen, and she was very disruptive to others. Her occupations include school, some ADLs, grooming, bathing, showering, personal hygiene, and taking care of her dog. And but her main two are school and play. And because of her limitations, the following interventions were used. So for my case study, for my interventions, I still focus on handwriting and fine motor activities. When I found out that she has a lot of behavioral issues, I tried incorporating more gross motor activities. And the number one thing, or there's two games that we played that she loved. And the first one was Simon Says, but this Simon Says was different. It was say, Simon Says, lay on your back and pretend you're riding a bicycle. And then while we're riding the bicycle, I'd ask her about her bicycle and what color it is and try to be creative in that way. Other ones was Simon Says, pretend to lift a car. And they would pretend with all their might, so I thought that was really fun. Another game I played, which I mentioned in my paper, was with these cards. And I thought it was a great warm-up, especially for her to get out all her energy. It would say, hop like a bunny, or gallop like a horse. It would say cute little fun stuff like that, and it would get their creative minds and the creative juices flowing, and then they would show me how they thought that they would do it, and she loved it. And what was great about these gross motor activities is that they develop core strength. And that plays a huge role in handwriting skills because if they're slunched over or they can't sit up straight, basically, it'll have poor handwriting skills. So developing that core strength, using her energy, it helped a lot with her behavior, her core strength to eventually have better fine motor skills. From 10 weeks prior, from now to the end, I saw improvement. There was some improvement in her fine motor skills. There was some improvement in her gross motor skills, mostly her behavioral issues. She learned to trust me after a while, and we had a lot of fun, which was great. And I'm going to show you more pictures of other interventions I did with her, and possibly some with other kids, but it's going to be a lot of fine motor and a lot of great stuff. So.